This is a really good one. What do you do when your family doesn't believe you and they believe you're an abuser? Well, you have to be okay with the fact that some people are not going to support you. You have to be okay with the fact that some people are not going to believe you. They may never believe you. So you have to let go of any expectation of what you want someone to be in your life and just take it for what it is. Hey guys, it's Ashlee. Welcome back to my channel. And I have been on my own journey of sharing my story and expressing my truth and the things that mean, like, just being able to be me and live my life and just live it out loud and not care what anyone says or thinks or feels or anything like that. So today's video is really just about telling your story and not giving up, because there will be tests along the way, but also answer a lot of your questions that you had. A lot of you messaged me on TikTok, and I'm gonna answer some of those questions. And I'm also just gonna talk about the future, what I want, what I'm looking for. I truly believe in manifesting, and I think in order to manifest your dreams, you have to be able to talk about them. And so I just want to share them with you. But first of all, how amazing is this sunlight? It's so sunny here in Barcelona. And actually, if you have not been to Barcelona, I highly recommend that you come. It's a city that is open. It's like free. Like it's one of those cities where you're free to like walk around and be you, and it doesn't matter what you're wearing. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, you can wear it. But I'm like a Parisian at heart, because I used to live in Paris for 5 years, and like some of the things that I can't do are men in flip-flops. I really don't like men in tank tops. And I'm just being picky. But it's a really good city where you're just able to kind of be free and flow, and there's so much to do. Like, the city there's always something to do in this city, sometimes almost too much, but there's always something to do. Like, being by the beach, it's so freeing, it's so nice. I think it's quite safe because I don't live in the danger zones, but I mean, there is a lot of pickpocketing and stealing, but I also feel like I think Europe is kind of aware of all of this and what's happening and what's going on, and people still get like robbed and things if you're from Europe as well. But I just feel like it's the Americans, and I love y'all, but y'all be walking around with your Apple watches and then the Rolex over here and then some chains, and then you got your phone, and I'm just like, oh goodness. And I think that there's a crisis happening in the city right now, Barcelona, where like the rent is going up really high because everyone is actually moving here. And so it's just, the cost of living has just, I feel like it's tripled. It's so different in this city. And really after COVID, everything just went crazy. But still, it's a great city. And I'm thinking of actually like hosting something here in the city. So if you are planning on coming to Barcelona, if you want to come, like, shoot me a message, please. Shoot me a message here, message me. I put my email up for you guys to email me also, or like find me on TikTok or on Instagram and just let me know. I want to see if anybody wants to come, like what that would look like or what I could do to also just build a safe space and a group, and like, let's just hang out and be friends and do things. Okay, so let's get into the story. I'm on my path and my journey of expressing myself and expressing my truth and all of the things that I've been going through. I appreciate being transparent. So as I'm telling my story now, I'm in it and I'm in the process of it, and I'm starting to get like some backlash. And I'm starting to get some backlash from my family and specifically my dad. So I have to be careful with what I say, because he's said that he's lawyered up and that he will take legal action against me if I like speak his name or if I speak of the household. So I'm gonna respect that, but I'm also going to respect myself, and I'm also gonna talk about me and just say from my childhood experience. So we'll leave that there, and I won't use people's names, and I've tried not to use people's names actually, because the point of me doing all of this isn't about the other people. It's not even about me. It's really about you actually. And I think it's really authentic when you're able to see someone actually going through the process and watching them do it, as opposed to somebody like at the end of the line that's like, I did it. And it's like, yeah, well, what were your struggles? What did you struggle with? What happened? What did you see? Like, what did you go through? Because the rest of it, it's not that it's not relatable, but the pain, the ups, the downs, everything, like that's the relatable situation. So right now I'm kind of like going through a down. Today has been, I feel like I've been very quiet today. I've just been quite numb. I'm trying to stay strong, because even through him sending me that message, there's just also something else that happened where I almost had the opportunity to work with someone completely amazing to share this story, like have this platform, and it fell through. And so I was just a bit bummed. I also made the conscious decision to say no to all of the things in my life that I knew that I was like halfway into. So whether that be with like work, jobs, like things that I just wasn't really feeling, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the decision to cut it off. So yesterday for me was such a big day. And today I'm feeling I'm in it, you know? But even when I'm in it, I did want to speak, and I did just want to be transparent and show my emotions. And it's not even a cry, actually. I wouldn't even say, I think I'm just like sitting with the emotions, and I'm trying to understand what they are. And so this morning I just decided, okay, I'm going to try to pinpoint what emotions I'm feeling and where they are in my body. I think it's really important for you as well. I'm going to link and put in the description in this video like a list of emotions, because I feel like when we're younger, we don't have that opportunity to really look inside of ourselves and understand emotions. We're just like happy, sad, angry. Like it's always those 3 buttons where it's like green, yellow, red. And it's like, no, there's so many more emotions. But if you're never in tune with what an emotion is, and then linking it to yourself, but then also linking it to like where it is in your body, that right there, that is called emotional intelligence. And as we get older, we really want to make sure that we are really responsible of our emotions. Not only that we can understand them, so you need to have self-awareness, self-regulation, like motivation, how you're using your emotions, empathy to be able to understand other people and their emotions, and then social skills, so like building relationships and things like that. And we don't do this enough, and we're not taught this in school, and so I think it's our responsibility. And that's one thing that I will definitely teach my kids at a very young age, is the emotional vocabulary to be able to understand different emotions, and then taking it another step further and understanding where it's happening in your body. So I can tell in my back right now, I'm feeling this, like, it feels like this, it's in my back. So that like thing in my back feels like betrayal. And so I can feel the betrayal in my back. It's affecting how I'm standing like this. I also feel in my face like sadness, if that makes sense, and in my throat, which is very important when you're telling your story, by the way, to understand the throat chakra. And I will go off on a tangent in another video about the throat chakra, but y'all, if you do not pay attention to that throat chakra, that chakra is so important in your life, especially when it comes to something like telling your story and feeling like you can't, or just the blockage of it. But anyway, I feel like there is a lump in my throat, but it wasn't as big as it was before. So that's very interesting to me, where because I have been talking and because I've been getting things out, that lump in my throat used to be so big, but now it's not as big. It's almost as if it stings, and there's frustration there for sure. There's frustration there. But then at the same time in my legs, I can feel that I have a bit of anxiety, but also a little bit of excitement, I have to admit. Not every emotion that I'm feeling or not everything that I'm going through in this journey is sad, or it's like this depressive story. It's actually quite exciting, because I'll get to that later when I talk about, moving forward and what I'm going to be and what I'm going to do with all of this. But it's also really exciting because it's like I'm getting something off of my chest. I'm healing, but I'm also getting something off my chest that's been on my chest since like I was born. So make sure to take care of your own emotional intelligence. And if you have kids, take a few minutes every day and go over emotions with them and talk about them when they're young, so that when they get older, they don't just cry and scream. They're actually able to come to you and like have the emotional intelligence to be able to convey with you what's happening and what's going on and what they're feeling, so that you can get them proper help. The purpose about me like talking about all of this is to just really also give tools of how to be a better person, how to be a better human, how to be a better mom, how to be a better like anybody in your life. But there are things that we can do that can make us better, and sometimes we just don't know any better because we're not aware of it. But with all these years of therapy, I am aware of emotional intelligence, and I'm not the best, because I, for so long when I was younger, had to suppress my emotions and not be able to talk about them. Living proof today, like, don't talk about it. As you learn, you just learn to do better and to be better, and you'll be able to silence the noise, and you'll be able to go within and just breathe and figure out what it is that you need to do, what you need to say, and how to be a better person for you. So I'm gonna get my phone here and I'm going to look at the TikTok. Also, I was not a fan of TikTok, you guys. I promise you, that was not my thing. I did not like it. I just like wasn't about TikTok, but y'all have been the best on TikTok, and I'm so grateful for all of you for talking to me, sending me messages, commenting, just hyping me up. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. All right, so someone sent me a message and they were saying that also you guys are so strong. I know that you guys tell me that I'm strong, but you guys are so strong. These stories that you're sharing, the things that you're saying, the things that you guys have gone through. I mean, I'm always telling people, no, like, you're the strong one. I appreciate you that you think that I'm strong. It's just because I'm talking about it, but you've gone through so much more than I have. And so this sweetheart has gone through so much, like so much. And she was just saying that like she has abandonment issues, like she has a lot of chronic PTSD, and like she suffered a lot in her childhood. And she said she feels like she has this guard and this wall up, and she doesn't let anybody in because she feels like people will hurt her. And then she asked, like, have I ever felt like that? And that answer is 110,000% absolutely yes. That is valid. And after everything you've gone through, that's like a normal thing. That's like a normal coping mechanism, and that's just the way your body has learned to really help you survive. It's actually a survival skill. But the issue is that when we become adults, things are now our responsibility. So you have to look in the mirror and you have to ask yourself, like, is this a survival skill, or is this a response that I want to have in my life? And most times the answer is no. So you have to take the time to give yourself self-love and self-care and love and support. You actually need to go to therapy because you need to learn how to break down the walls. You need to be vulnerable enough to be able to let somebody take that wall down. You have to be able to sit in the vulnerability a little bit, and then you have to find another way or another coping mechanism or just another way to handle those sorts of situations. And so for myself, I was somebody that like, I didn't like to be touched at all. I just, ugh, don't touch me. Because I was, in my experience, in my childhood experience, I had experienced people putting their hands on me. And so I just didn't like to be touched. Like, you just couldn't touch me. It was always like a defense mechanism. And it was also really hard to make friends because I always thought that like somebody would be out to get me, or I always wanted somebody. Oh, this was me. I always wanted somebody to rescue me. And when they couldn't rescue me, then I was like, you're out of here. So I had to go to deep therapy to be able to look at myself and break down that vulnerability and look at and just understand that like the little me was just trying as best as she could, but I don't have to do that. So I now have to not actually sit and go through my emotion. I have to talk it out because I am somebody that will, I'm actually, wait a second. Because I'm actually really good at reading people, because when you're being put in that situation in your childhood, you have to really study other people. You just study people very well. So I can study somebody and it's just like wall, you know, but I have to then express. I had to learn how to express why there's a wall. I'm feeling blocked, or I'm feeling like you're going to XYZ, or I'm feeling like my throat is getting tight. So right now I'm not able to talk and I don't know what to say. So give me a second and I have to figure it out. Like, the list goes on and on. But with therapy, you're really able to figure that sort of stuff out. So go to therapy, figure it out, get your life together, because like the only reason why you would go to therapy is so that you can have a better life. And you have to go because you're worthy and you're deserving. Like, you have to go because of only those two reasons. And we have to use that book that I was sharing with you guys with Oprah and Dr. Perry, where you don't look at yourself and say, what's wrong with me? You have to look at yourself and say, what happened to me, right? So that gives you back the power. That gives you back all of the things that you need to be able to like take your life to the next level, okay? Another question. This is a really good one. What do you do when your family doesn't believe you and they believe your abuser? Well, you have to be okay with the fact that some people are not going to support you. You have to be okay with the fact that some people are not going to believe you. They may never believe you. So you have to let go of any expectation of what you want someone to be in your life and just take it for what it is. Easier said than done. But you have to accept people. That's just life. And I know that it's unfortunate, and I know that it's hard, and I know that it's sad, and you feel angry, and like you can use that list of emotions and go down and circle every list of emotion. But wait, actually, this is a really good book. Hold up. This book here, Healing Through Words by Rupi Kaur. And I absolutely love this book. I'm out of breath, sorry. Because she asks you to like exercise one, what trauma looks like. Close your eyes and draw what trauma looks like. To write letters to understand like the emotions that you're experiencing and things like that. You want to know something so funny? What does this say? Dear Dad, isn't life crazy? Life is crazy. So I highly recommend this book. It goes through hurting, so you kind of get to like shed away the hurt phase, and then it goes into loving, and then it goes into breaking, and then it goes into healing. And it's just like blank pages with lots of writing prompts and guidelines. And I just got this book, and I definitely highly recommend it. It's actually been amazing. And so you're going to have to get through this. You're going to have to understand that not everybody's going to be on your side and not everybody's going to be on your team. And that's okay. But this is why I'm actually here now and showing you my life and what I'm going through. It doesn't matter anything. It doesn't matter who's the family. It doesn't matter. Like, it could happen to you. And if it does, I am so sorry. But it's your story and it's your journey. And you are going to be able to get through it. But have no expectations of anybody. And understand that as long as you believe you, and as long as you know within you what is right and what is wrong, that's all you can do. So this year, I'm just really hoping and manifesting to be able to get on stages and to be able to talk about this stuff and to, you know, lead retreats and lead workshops and lead groups about these sorts of things, because we don't get a chance to always talk about it. There's always so much stigmatism about trauma and like how we have to have this image of we're perfect, and we're not. And trauma is incredible. As negative as it is, it's also so incredible, because your deepest, darkest pain will also be the best blessing and like blossoming for you to be somebody else. But you just have to be willing to sit through the trenches. And I just want to be that person that's able to help people get through the trenches, be that person to lean on, be that person whose story not just inspired them to speak, but that story that's keeping them going on that journey until complete freedom. Because the journey isn't going to be, oh, I just decided to speak my truth and now everything is here. Oh my gosh, no, you're going to have this sort of roller coaster journey. And just like I expressed to you, I'm in my own roller coaster journey right now. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop. That doesn't mean that I'm going to stop talking. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be an example. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to change the world, because that's just who and what I am. And I have such a connection with somebody like Oprah, who has had their own story of everything that they've gone through, but she's able to make a platform for other people to not only talk about their story, but to then give the resources and give the books so that you can do better, so that you can be better, so that you can feel better. Because one thing that I love about what Oprah says is that she says you don't get what you want. Wanting something is completely different. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe you deserve. It doesn't matter if you want to break free and tell your story and, you know, stand up and be proud. It doesn't matter if that's what you want. If you don't believe that you can, then you're not going to be able to do it. So I genuinely believe that I can. I mean, I know what I'm worthy and deserving of. I'm deserving of an amazing life, and I'm going to have it, and I'm having it now. Sure, I'm going through something a little bit annoying now, but I know what I'm deserving and worthy of. And so even on a day like this where I'm feeling down, where I'm feeling low, I'm still making a video. I'm still pushing through. And it's just you guys that honestly with your stories keep me going, because I read something and I'm like, damn, this person has had it worse than me, but you don't even have to have it worse than me. But just the fact that you are confiding. Something happened to my camera, but I'm also feeling the light, so we're gonna leave it. But yeah, you don't get what you want, you get what you don't get what you want, you get what you deserve, you get what you believe. So whatever you believe about yourself, that's on you. You have to do the work of belief. You have to do the work of going within. You have to do the work of using the books. You have to do the work of going to therapy. You have to do all that work so that you can believe in yourself. And whatever you believe, you just got to keep going and going and going and going. I believe, I know I will see some of you. I know I will meet some of you. I know that I will be on a stage. I know that I will be rocking it. I know that I'm going to be invited by so many people who have heard my story, who can hear me, who can say yes, and just give me the opportunity to speak to somebody. Because it doesn't matter. As long as you talk to one person, just one, you can change somebody's life. See how I changed it again? I feel like that's better. Is it? I don't know. Well, guys, it's been a day. But I took a shower, I did my hair, I took out all my extensions, and I was just like, I am me today. And I have some castings later, which I'm excited about because I am an actress, darling. And I'm actually coming to the States at the end of the month. So you'll be on this journey with me as I make it back home, as I make it to the States. I haven't been stateside in a long time, since my sister passed. So it's gonna be emotional AF. It's gonna be real and it's gonna be beautiful, and it's just my motherfucking story. So my motherfucking story. So let me know. I don't know where I'm actually gonna be specifically, but hopefully I will be able to talk more and say like what's happening, what's going on. And I would love to meet some of you. And please don't stop sending me messages. I really appreciate them. They're very helpful. Please don't stop commenting. Please don't stop sharing, talking. Get books, please, 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 please. Get books, get help. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna link up with BetterHelp so that like people can learn how to get therapy around the world, because that's what I did when I was in Paris. I use BetterHelp because although I do speak French, oui, je parle français, mais c'est pas la même chose. It's not the same thing to express my emotions in French than I would in English. So I really wanted a Black American English speaking therapist, and I had it when I was in Paris. And we worked through my sister's death together, and we did a lot of trauma healing, and it was very, very good. Anyway, y'all, that's it on this Friday. I am wishing you all continued blessings, happiness, joy, and oh, don't forget to let me know if you're here in Barcelona. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you. Please the only thing that I have trouble with on YouTube is being like, please don't forget to like and subscribe. But yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. Although I'm like not a niche girl, so I don't like, so when you find me, you're not gonna, people are gonna find me from all different channels. I feel like if you find me on YouTube, I don't know how you got here, but I appreciate you. If you follow me on TikTok, I normally talk about like more of the trauma journey that I'm going on. And then my Instagram is really just kind of me being me. So you're gonna see me at all sides, and every platform that I use is completely different. And I think it's nice because I think I will attract people that like me for me, like in all different spaces and places, as opposed to just all the platforms have one version. Like, oh, I can't, it's too much. But anyway, all right guys, I will see you around for the next video. Who knows what it'll be, what I'll say, but I'll be guided to speak and to be there for you all. Anyway, have a good weekend. Ciao.